The geological feature of limestone karst is the predominant stone in much of Croatia. It stretches the whole length of the coastline and penetrates into the continental part of the country to where its northeastern edge lies just beyond the little village of Gornje Bukovlje in the county of Karlovac. These paintings here all belong to one small area of this village, where I walk most days, and from where I now draw my inspiration. From my point of view, the contrast between the English landscape that I know and the landscape of Croatia that I'm familiar with is striking. The landscape of England is imbued with a deep mythology, associated with stones and trees. For centuries, conflicting ideologies competed to exert their own belief system, largely on a rural population. And signs of this can still be found in every aspect of its culture, its customs and its countryside. Contrary to this, as I travel through Croatia, I find wide swathes that appear untouched, unexplored and primordial. This presented for me a dilemma. The presence of human activity was always my point of entry to paint such a landscape in England, where evidence of past human activity is visible everywhere. Be it in the marks in the land, like chalk carvings, images cut into the hillside, or ancient trackways, or the monuments and structures that remain in the landscape. Walk through the countryside of southern England, and you will always feel a human presence, and this gives the landscape a sense of mystery. My approach to painting the Croatian landscape in Gornje Bukovlje, therefore, required a total change in attitude, since the discipline I maintained in England was no longer viable in Croatia. Instead, it is like I've been offered a kind of tabula rasa, a clean slate, or a blank canvas on which to establish my own genius loci, or sense of place, where I can project my own spiritual values. Here, in this part of Bukovlje, these rocks populate a small wood of oak and beech, standing above the river Mrežnica. It is a landscape that provided a starting point for these new pictures, and in this series of works, I am exploring painting a landscape that appears absent of any previous evidence of people. while the water that once shaped the limestone cast in these pictures has long passed and can no longer be seen, its effect remains in the sculptural forms that inhabit this wood. And like the water, once I leave behind a memory, an echo of my passing in my footsteps, and further, in the form of a painting.